What's up, y'all? Let's do this.
Oh, hi guys, welcome to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host, and today, guys, we gotta talk about Twitter, man. Elon Musk yesterday brought out Twitter for $44 billion, and now Elon owns the company. So we're gonna talk about the implications of Twitter being owned by Elon Musk and what this means for the platform, for freedom of speech, and for the conservatives that got booted out and they got ran out by the left. So before we go any further, guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, please consider donating a cup of coffee for me, because for the price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and Cumberland Farms, guys, you guys help keep this podcast show alive. You guys help me curate more stories, more topics like this to talk about. I do accept Bitcoin donations, guys. I'm also on Locals, guys. If you guys want to support and sponsor this podcast show, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, please hit that like, subscribe. Please give me a review, good, bad, and the ugly. And before we get the show on the road, literally, guys, if you guys love this episode and any of my other episodes on Nikki's World, please consider sharing this across all the social media platforms that are out there today. Wow, guys. Got through all the formalities, the usual stuff. And, it's Tuesday. I'm on the way back to work. It's another freaking rainy Tuesday in New England. So it's another day going to work. So just got to make the money. You know how that goes. Need the money just to pay my bills and live. I'm not like one of those leftist socialist communists who think that they can be freeloaders and live off of everybody else's. Nope, not like that, dudes. Not like that. But today, guys, I do want to talk about the implications of Twitter being owned by Elon Musk. And if y'all heard the news yesterday, Twitter and Elon Musk struck a deal where Elon will buy the company for $44 billion, and the stock shot up instantaneously. So the implications on this, guys, is that freedom of speech is going to return to the company, which means the leftists no longer have a platform where they can censor conservatives, Republicans, or anyone who doesn't espouse leftist ideology. Yeah. And as soon as the deal was struck, I heard the left was having a shitstorm over this. The left was having a temper tantrum like no tomorrow, guys. I fucking kid you not, guys. The left was basically having a nuclear meltdown over Elon Musk buying Twitter, buying the company that censors conservatives, censors Republicans, and censors anyone that doesn't agree with their politics. So they were having a fucking nuclear meltdown over this. And I kid you not, guys. They were not having it. They were basically screaming, having a temper tantrum like a 5-year-old. Some of them saying, hey, I'm going to cancel my Twitter account. I'm going to move to Canada. I'm like, there's the door. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. You know? There's the door. There's the door, guys. You're more than welcome to leave. You know what I mean? If you don't like hearing other people's opinions, other people's viewpoints, and you don't like other people having opinions and beliefs and views that are different from yours, there's the door, ladies and gentlemen. You can go out anytime you like, guys.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
You can go out anytime that you like, guys. I mean, seriously. And sorry about that, guys, if you heard my Siri on my Apple Watch. Sorry about that. But seriously, you can go out anytime you like. We're not stopping you. All Elon Musk did was buy the company and bring back freedom of speech. That's all he did. He brought back freedom of speech. He made freedom of speech great again. Okay? He made freedom of speech popular. That's all Elon Musk did. I mean, you're more than welcome to go back to MySpace if it still exists. I mean, you're more than welcome to. Nothing's stopping you from fleeing Twitter and going to what? The Chinese communist-owned TikTok or the 90s era MySpace? Nothing is stopping you guys. Okay? I've seen already on the media, online, people have not grasped the reality that Elon Musk, the richest billionaire in this planet, has brought the most powerful town square in the world. Okay? He brought it, and now he's bringing back freedom of speech. And then as of right now at 16:49, which is 4:49 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in New England, the left is having a temper tantrum. They are having a nuclear meltdown because they can no longer censor, silence, and basically ban people who have differences of opinion. They can't do that anymore because Elon Musk owns the company now. He owns it, and now he can do whatever he wants to Twitter. And the left is not having it. They're having a nuclear meltdown right now. Some of them, what's funny is that this is the same left that love electric cars, like Elon Musk's Tesla cars. They were all like, oh, we love Tesla, we love Elon because it's environmental. We don't have to use the gas anymore. We use electricity. Yeah, now they're having a nuclear meltdown over that, and they're having a temper tantrum because they can no longer censor people because they don't like their opinions, that they don't like their viewpoints, that they don't like their beliefs. They are having a nuclear meltdown like no tomorrow, folks. And I'm telling you right now, it is fun to watch the left have a meltdown. They simply can't handle having people who think differently. They simply have an issue with handling people who basically have differences of opinion. Like, they can't agree on certain things. They can't, like, for the life of me, have, like, people, like, that think differently. So that's why they live in their Twitter bubble, which is what? An echo chamber, which Elon Musk now bust their bubble, which is like, wow. He basically went in with a sword, popped their like left us echo chamber bubble, and now they're having a temper tantrum because they can't seem to agree. They can't seem to have differences of opinion. They can't seem to have, like, original thought, or basically they basically like can't deal with people who think differently, who have different viewpoints, who have different beliefs. Like, for example, they believe that men are men, women are women, men can't be women, women can't be men, and these are the people who think that intersex people are a form of transgenderism. That's the people on Twitter, guys. And that's why it's glorious watching them have a meltdown over this. They are basically having a nuclear meltdown because their bubble has been burst by Elon. They basically can't fathom having to argue with people who think differently and who can't, like, basically agree or disagree. That's why the left is having a temper tantrum. That's why you see the hashtag delete Twitter and leave Twitter being trending right now, because the left no longer has an avenue where they can't censor people for differences of opinion, where they no longer can't, like, block, suspend, deplatform, remove, harass, bully, or dox anyone that they don't agree with. They don't have that avenue anymore, and Elon Musk buying them out just means that they no longer have a platform to do that, and it's glorious. And I'm sitting here with my beer and popcorn, watching them have a meltdown over not being able to block people, not being able to remove people or suspend people because they don't like their opinions. And it's glorious, guys, and it's amazing. It pretty much is, guys. It's amazing to watch the left have a nuclear meltdown. And I'm doing this all from the safety and comfort of my alternative social media platforms like Gab, MeWe, Minds, Parler, Rumble, you know what I mean, Getter, and Truth Social. I'm watching them have a meltdown from the safety and comfort of my alternative social media platforms. And you know what's kind of funny? This is the same left that said, oh, if you don't like Twitter, why don't you build your own alternative social media platform? Well, you know what? We did. We didn't like Twitter, so you know what? We built our own alternative social media platform and our own alternative social ecosystem, like Gab, like MeWe, like Minds, like Parler, Rumble, Getter, and Donald Trump's Truth Social. We built that. And the left goes, well, if you don't like it, build your own. We did. So now we're flipping the tables on the left and saying, well, if you don't like Elon Musk and Twitter, why don't you build your own alternative social media system that caters to your kind? Why don't you do it? It's funny how the left likes to say that to conservatives, to Republicans, or to freedom-loving people like myself, but when we do it and we build our own alternative social media system, they whine, complain, have a hissy fit, and they go, oh, it's an alt-right echo chamber for neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and freedom-loving people. Tell you what, The last part is true. It's for freedom-loving people. It's for people who believe in liberty and freedom. Unlike the left, who believe in Marxist, communist, Stalinist-like ideology. You see? And that's why it's good to watch the left have a nuclear meltdown. Because it just goes to show these are the people that we're dealing with in this country. And these are the people that hate this country royally. So I have no problems. I have no problems with the left creating their own social media ecosystem. In fact, here's the thing, left. Every time you say to us that, oh, if you don't like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, why don't you build your own ecosystem? You know what? We're going to flip it back to y'all and say, well, if you don't like Elon Musk owning Twitter, why don't you build your own Twitter? What's stopping you? What's stopping you from building your own Twitter? Huh? You say that to us all the time when you boot us from Twitter. We're saying that to you now. So what's stopping you? What's stopping you from owning like building your own Twitter or building your own version of Twitter that you would love to censor people? What's stopping you? I'm waiting, you know what I mean? I'm waiting to hear what is stopping you guys. Is it that you don't want to admit that, yeah, we were right all along, and that we were right about Elon Musk all along? I know the implications of this is that conservatives now that were banned off Twitter, that were basically blocked, removed, that were censored, that were deplatformed, that had their accounts suspended from Twitter, some of them are looking at wanting to migrate back. Some of them want to see about going back to Twitter. For me, at the moment, I'm going to take a wait and see approach. I'm going to wait and see what Elon Musk does to Twitter. Since now he's the new owner of the company, I'm just going to take a wait and see approach and then see what he does in the next 6 months from now. Which means it's what, like April? So May, June, July, August, September, October. I'll wait and see in October what he does to Twitter. I'll wait. The only way I will ever go back to Twitter, and this is my conditions for me to go back, is if they boot the people who bully, who try to censor, who try to dox, deplatform, harass, and intimidate people because they believe something differently, because they don't like their opinions, their viewpoints, or this. The only way I would ever go back is if they got rid of the people that didn't like having differences of opinion, but can't learn to agree and disagree like normal thinking adults. That's the only time I would ever go back. But until then, I'm just gonna sit it out, wait, watch to see what Elon Musk does to Twitter, and I'm gonna do it from the safety and comfort of my alternative social media platforms. And y'all know what they are, guys. They're Gab, they're MeWe, they're Minds, they're Parler, they're Rumble, they're Getter, and they're Truth Social. My 7 social media platforms that I use that are alternative to the big 2 now. It used to be the big 3, but now it's the big 2, Facebook and YouTube. You know what I mean? So it's a wait and see approach for me. Okay? And the wait and see approach is because I'm not going to jump the shark like some of the other like conservatives like Tucker Carlson or Mark Levin. I'm not going to jump in right away. I'm not, because you may think that just because Elon Musk brought out Twitter, that free speech is going to return immediately. I don't think so. There's a reason why I'm taking the wait and see approach. Is because you never know. You may have diehard leftists who still work at Twitter who will try to sabotage any attempt to return freedom of speech to Twitter. Who will try to sabotage any attempt by the left to block or try to write a code that blocks conservatives from coming in. So, to me, I'm just going to wait and see what Elon Musk does to the code. If he does it in a way where it makes it hard for like the left to try to sabotage Twitter, then I'll consider jumping back in. But for now, it's like me. I'll sit on the back porch with my alternative social media platforms and wait and see what Elon Musk does. Okay? Now, I know Tucker Carlson and Mark Levin and a host of other conservatives have jumped back in on Twitter. But for me, it's we'll wait and see. We'll take a look. We'll see what they decide to do. If they decide to do it for the good, then I'm okay with it. If they decide to do it where I have no problems, you know what I mean? Well, I see no problem. It's great. But for now, it's just wait and see. Watch what Elon Musk does. If Elon Musk does things that are favorable for me, then I'll consider going back to Twitter. But for now, it's just a wait and see approach. It's just a wait and see and see what Elon Musk does to Twitter. You know what I mean? That's why I won't consider going back to Twitter, because you know why? Last time I'll explain the backstory. Last time I was on Twitter was 2018. Okay? I was on Twitter up until the beginning when it came out, up until 2018 for like just like any traditional social media. I got fed up with Twitter back then because I had the transgender cult who tried to dox, harass, bully, intimidate, and even tried to like make a fake account and steal my pictures and steal my face and everything. I had the transgender cult tried to harass, intimidate, and bully me because they were going like this. Oh, you're transphobic, you're this and this and this. No, I'm not. I'm one of those people that believe that men can never be women, women can never be men, that trans will never be intersex, no matter how hard they try. I'm one of those. I'm one of those that believes that. I'm one of those that believe that trans is not a form of intersex. And any trans who claims to be intersex is an outright liar, fake, fraud, and I've called them out many times on Twitter, but as a result of calling them out, I get harassed, I get stalked, I get bullied, I get intimidated, and I even get doxxed, and I even have like my name, pictures stolen and used to bully and intimidate people. That's why I won't go back on Twitter. I've left Twitter since 2018, and it's been 5 years. I don't even want to consider going back on the site. But the only way I would ever go back on the site if they got rid of the violent transgender cult, the one that tries to say that, oh, men can be women, women can be men, that they think that they're a form of intersex, that they think that they can claim intersex without having to prove it on a DNA karyotype. And these are the same people that think that they can claim to be intersex And these are the people that support what? Pocahontas, which is what? Senator Elizabeth Warren, who's the fake Indian who claims to be Native American, but when she did a DNA karyotype, she was 1/10/24th, which meant that she wasn't biologically a Native American. And that's the same with the transgender cult. These are the transgender cult members who will try to dox, harass, bully, intimidate, and try to get me fired and canceled because they don't like me challenging their fetish, their kink, or their bubble. Yeah, that's why I won't go on Twitter. That's why I will never go back on Twitter. Nope, I won't. Now that Elon Musk own it, I'm just gonna be like, I'll wait and see. I'll take a wait and see approach. I'll see if you're gonna do the changes that you say you are to make it a freer place. I'll see it. I'll wait and see. So if he does that, and the only way he does that, if he kicks out the trolls, the bots, the bullies, the thugs, the criminals, the violent types, like Antifa, if he kicks out Antifa for using their platform to harass, bully, intimidate, and threaten people, then I would consider going back if he kicks them out. But for now, no fat chance you'll ever see me go back on Twitter unless I see the changes that Elon Musk is doing. No fat chance, guys. I'm comfortable with my alternative social media platforms. I'm comfortable, bro, with the fact that I can go in my alternative social media platforms and speak freely without fear of censorship, without fear of being hounded, harassed, stalked, bullied, intimidated, or even doxxed for your opinions and viewpoints. I'm okay. I'm okay with it, guys. I'm pretty much okay. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried about going back to Twitter. I'm not. It'll be a long time before I ever consider going back. It'll be a long time. And the only way I'll consider it is if Elon Musk does things that makes Twitter safe and free. That makes it safe enough for people like me to go online, speak freely, and not have to worry about being harassed, stalked, bullied, intimidated, doxxed for my opinions. It's as simple as that. And I would consider going back only if they remove the assholes who like to stalk, bully, harass, intimidate, and threaten people because of their viewpoints, beliefs, and all that shit. I would only go back if they remove those people. But as of right now, no fat chance, no dice, and in fact, I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen anytime soon. I'm happy with my alternative social media platforms because I can speak my opinion, I can speak my viewpoint, I can speak my beliefs. I don't have to worry about being harassed, stalked, hounded, or bullied, or intimidated for my viewpoints, beliefs, and what I see in the world. So I'm gonna do like Donald Trump. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's great that Elon Musk bought Twitter. It's great that he's gonna bring freedom of speech back to the platform. But right now, it's gonna be a wait and see approach, and I'm gonna do it from the safety of my alternative social media platforms, where I don't have to worry about being harassed, being stalked, being hounded, being bullied, being intimidated, and being threatened for my opinions and beliefs. I don't have to worry. Instead, guys, all I have to do is go like this. I just keep on posting on my alternative social media platforms. I just keep on posting because I don't have to worry about the trans cult, which are what? Violent dudes with a 6-inch dick who think they're women, who think that, oh, they're intersex like me. Fuck no. They're just violent dudes who basically can't grasp the fact that they can never be intersex like me, that they can never be women, no matter how hard they try, no matter how much heavy caked on makeup, no matter what clothes they wear, whether they have like what they call a girl dick, which is their porn fetish, they more or less have a dick regardless, and no matter how hard they try to hide their Y chromosome, knowing that they're never gonna hide from it. That's why I won't go back on Twitter, folks. That's why I will never, ever go back there. Even though Elon Musk brought it, no thank you, guys. It's going to be, let's wait it out. Let's see what Elon Musk does to the platform. Let's see what changes he brings. And let's hope and pray that he does the changes that brings freedom of speech back, that brings like people that have different opinions, different viewpoints, that can basically agree and disagree. You know, let's hope, and let's hope he kicks out the spam bots, the trolls, the bullies, the thugs, the criminals that use that platform to enable their criminal activity, their violent activities. Let's hope, man. But right now, not holding out any hope. I'm not holding out any chance that's ever going to happen. I'm not. I'm just going to sit there and go, nah, I'll wait and see. Sorry, guys. I'll wait and see if he does these changes. Now, I know conservatives are going back, like I said. Tucker Carlson, you know what I mean? Mark Levin, and a few others. But right now, I'm going to wait and see. Because the only way I will ever go back, like I said, go back on Twitter, is if they kicked out the transgender cult, if they kick out the transgender terrorists, if they kick out the transgender crazies that try to harass feminists, women, lesbians, if they kick those people out, then I would consider going back. And if they kick out like the male identified trans terrorists out, then I would consider going back to Twitter. And if they kick out the people that harassed me, that stalked me, that bullied me, that intimidated me, that tried to say that I wasn't intersex enough like them, or let me rephrase that, in their porn fetish view, then you know what? No way. No thank you. No thank you. I'll sit in the comfort of my alternative social media platforms and wait and see what Elon's going to do to them. I'll wait it out. Okay? But if he does things in the next 6 months that makes it safe for people like me to come back, then yeah, I'll consider going back to Twitter. Then I'll consider it. But only if he kicks out the terrorists, the thugs, the criminals, even the transgender cult terrorists. If he kicks those people out, I would consider going back. You know what I mean? I would consider going back onto their platform. The reason why I would consider it is that if he kicks out the transgender terrorists, the thugs, the violent criminals, or the the violent dudes who try to bully intersex people to saying that, oh, they're intersex like them, I'll be like, yeah, I'll consider going back. But for now, nah. I'll let them wallow and drown in their own filth and their own feces crap. You know what I mean? I'll let them wallow and drown in their leftist bullshit. Okay? Let them. Because by me letting them drown in their own bullshit, I'll be like in the safety of my alternative social media platform going, not worried. I'm not worried if these people still stay on Twitter, or they'll eventually flee and leave because Elon Musk is gonna make freedom of speech great again. So if that's the case, I'll be like, I'll think about that. I'll think about that and see if it's worth going back. I know there are probably a few leftist, transgender cultists, or the male identified like trans thugs who doxed, harassed, bullied, and intimidated me because they didn't like the fact that I exposed their bullshit. I exposed their male fetish, their violent male crap. Yeah. I'll sit there and I'll go like this. I'll think about it, dude. I'll think about it. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy watching Twitter like basically become a free speech platform from the safety of my alternative social media sites. Yes, I'm still on Gab, I'm still on MeWe, I'm still on Minds, I'm still on Parler, I'm still on Rumble, Getter, and Truth Social. I'm still on those platforms, guys, because I know I firmly believe in freedom of speech. I firmly believe in the right for everyone to speak freely without fear of censorship, without fear of harassment, bullying, intimidating. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in their right to speak freely. You know? And if they don't like it, tough shit. Tough shit, you know? That's why I'm staying on my alternative social media platforms. There is no way right now I'm going to consider moving to them. There's no way. There is none. So, right now, it's more of a, let's take a look, let's wait and see, let's watch and see what Elon does to Twitter. And if he does the changes that are favorable for me in the next 6 months, yeah, then I'll consider going back to Twitter, and I'll consider like going back. Because if I do go back, trust me, and I'll say this on the podcast today at 5:20 p.m. on April 26, 2022, that I would roast, I would scorch, I would fry the living daylights out of all the trans cult members and all of the gender cultists who think that intersex is a sexual orientation, gender identity, and a kink. I would roast them like no tomorrow. I would literally scorch them so badly that I would make them wish that they were never born after I'm done with them. And if I ever did go back on Twitter, those people would be like screaming for the exit door, and those people would be like, oh, we gotta go find another place where we're safe from these people. Oh. Yeah, why don't you go, here's what I said earlier. If you don't like Elon Musk owning Twitter, there's MySpace. You can use MySpace. You know what I mean? You're more than welcome and more than enough to go use MySpace. You can. You can also use like Facebook, and you can go to the Chinese communist-owned TikTok. You can go to that. So that's why I go like this. You're more than welcome to, guys. You guys are more than welcome to go to those platforms. But just don't go on Gab, MeWe, Minds, Parler, Rumble, Getter, you know what I mean, and Truth Social. Because we would hound your ass out because you people wouldn't handle, like, the freedoms that I can handle. You wouldn't be able to handle the ability to take on those who have differences of opinions and learn to respect and agree and disagree. So I go like this. You're more than welcome, folks. You know what I mean? You're more than welcome to go on those platforms. Nothing's stopping y'all. I mean, nothing is stopping y'all from going on those platforms. I know y'all were trending on Twitter saying, "Oh, we're gonna delete Twitter. We're gonna leave Twitter and go to Canada." I don't think there's a social media platform in Canada that caters to you jackasses. I don't think so. I don't think so, guys. Nope. Not one bit. So, I've said it many times, guys, and I'll say it again. If you leftists don't like basically Elon Musk owning your platform, you're free to leave. You're free to leave. You're free to leave. That's capitalism for you here, guys. That's free market capitalism. Okay? You're free to leave. You're free to go to any other platform you choose. In fact, if you want me to make my recommendation, you're more than welcome to go to MySpace. You're more than welcome to go to TikTok. You're more than welcome, folks. Or in fact, if you want to, you're more than welcome to go to Mastodon and create your own version of it. You're more than welcome to, folks. For now, I'm taking the wait and see approach. I'm just going to wait and see what Elon Musk does to Twitter. And if he does these changes that I've said on the podcast show here that I agree to, then yeah, I'll take a serious look at going back. You know what I mean? I'll take a serious look. I mean, I'll look at going back if he makes the platform a free speech platform, that he makes the platform where people like me can speak freely, and where people like me don't have to worry about like having to argue with someone who has a different opinion, different viewpoint, belief, and who can espouse our viewpoints and beliefs without fear of being hounded, harassed, stalked, bullied, intimidated, doxxed, or even threatened with being canceled. I would consider. But for now, I'm just going to sit back in the safety of my alternative social media platforms and watch the left have a nuclear meltdown. I'm just going to sit there with the beer and the popcorn and watch them basically have a mental breakdown, a nuclear meltdown, and even basically have the biggest meltdown in human history. Okay? I would sit there and watch them have a temper tantrum, a hissy fit, and basically going like, wah, wah, Elon bought my company out. Wah! I can't be able to censor those who disagree with me. I can't even block, hound, suspend, bully, and dox those who have different opinions. Now I have to argue with these people who like basically have opinions that are different from me. Yep. Those are the people. And you know what? It's going to be fun to watch all this go down. It's going to be fun to watch this go down real quick. Because I'll tell you this much, guys. I'll tell you this. I'm going to be like smiling and drinking my beer and having that popcorn, watching the left have a meltdown and temper tantrum like no tomorrow. And these are the same left that loves to drive a Tesla, you know. But then they complain and have a hissy fit that Elon Musk is buying their platform, that they can censor conservatives, censor anyone who doesn't espouse their political beliefs. Yesterday was a glorious day, man. Yesterday was a great day for freedom of speech. Yesterday, April 25th, 2020, was a day that Twitter is no longer a censorship platform. That Twitter is now an open, free speech platform. And you can thank Elon Musk for this, guys. You pretty much can, folks. Elon Musk has made freedom of speech in style again. He made speaking freely vogue. And I tell you this much, guys. I'll tell you this. It's going to be great to watch the left have a nuclear meltdown over the fact that they can't censor anyone anymore. That they have to talk, argue, and basically learn to agree and disagree like grown-ups. Yeah. And you know what? I'm smiling at this as I'm driving to work. I'm smiling and having an awesome time as I'm thinking about how the left is having a meltdown, how the left is having a temper tantrum. They're having a crying session, that their formerly safe space Twitter headquarters is now going to be a headquarters for freedom of speech. Score one for Elon Musk, guys. Score one for Elon Musk. Okay? Score one, guys. Because as of right now today, the left is having a nuclear meltdown over this. They're basically having a hissy fit, a temper tantrum. They're basically having a shitstorm because their platform is no longer a platform of censorship, no longer of blocking people who believe differently, who have viewpoints, beliefs that are different from them. It's no longer going to be a platform of that. And I'm sitting here going, this is glorious. This is awesome. This is great for freedom, guys. This is great for freedom of speech. And I'm glad that I got to witness Twitter being turned to that. So right now, I'm just going to wait and see and watch to see what Elon Musk does to Twitter. I'm just gonna carefully sit back from the comfort and safety of my alternative social media platforms and watch and see what Elon Musk does to Twitter. And if he does things that are for the better, and if he does things that make social media great and awesome, then I will consider going back to that platform. I'll consider it. But for now, it's too early to make the call. Too early to go back. I'll sit back, watch the left have a temper tantrum, a meltdown, and basically a shitstorm over Elon Musk owning Twitter. And it's going to be fun watching them have a meltdown because these people are going to be the ones that social workers and psychiatrists are going to have to take care of, because these are the people that can't seem to handle reality, can't handle the real world, that can't handle people having different viewpoints, different opinions, different beliefs than them. And it's all going to be fun, guys. It's all going to be great watching them have a meltdown over that. But I will say this, guys. It's going to be fun and enjoyable watching the left have a nuclear meltdown over this. And I'm already there in the back porch with my popcorn and beer, watching these guys have a temper tantrum, have a meltdown, and basically have a hissy fit that Elon Musk brought out their like utopia, and basically are turning it into a free speech utopia. So it's going to be interesting, to say the least, guys. It's going to be interesting to see how Elon Musk is going to turn Twitter into a free speech platform. It's going to be very interesting, guys, to say the least. It is. So I'll take a wait and see approach. We'll see what Elon Musk does, and if it's for the better, then yeah, I could see going back in the very near future. But for now, it's more like we'll wait. We'll take a wait and see approach. We'll see what Elon does, and I hope he does changes that allow people like me and every other conservative, libertarian, independent, or freedom-loving people back on the platform. I know y'all asking if Donald Trump's going to go back on Twitter. He said no, but he congratulated Elon Musk for buying Twitter and owning it now. But he said he's happy with his platform, which is Truth Social. So, and I'm on that too. So he's happy with it. I'm happy with it too. So he's not looking to go back on Twitter anytime soon. So he's not. But anyway, guys, I'm here at the TA. I got to get my coffee and get ready to go to work. But thanks for listening to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host. I will see y'all soon. Bye for now.